Good evening, everyone. This is Jim from Marketing Beef, according to Jim, and welcome to my fourth podcast. And we're going to be really creative and call this podcast Marketing. Now, this is a great subject. We've got a lot of people with all kinds of ideas on what marketing is, what they should do for marketing, what would be the greatest thing to get involved with in marketing. And this is going to be about marketing as far as taking your product to the sale barn. Now you're going to start talking to customers and selling at retail. So what's the best way to do this? So what is marketing? Or what in your definition, what is marketing? So let's talk about that a little bit. Right now in this world, in this environment, the last so many years, the internet has become everybody's marketing tool. There's so many different things involved and so many different avenues that you can use the internet for marketing. Twitter, your blogs, your Facebook, Instagram, people are building expensive websites, email, LinkedIn. There's just a whole bunch of different things that people can get involved in. Now, what I'm about to tell you and teach you is going to be pretty controversial. There's not going to be a lot of people who agree with me, but I'm old school. I don't see the internet for what we are doing, and that is selling beef and farm products. The internet to me is not the way to go. We are looking for long-term customers. We are looking for people locally. We're not looking, if you live in Iowa or you live somewhere in the Midwest and you're trying to sell somebody from California or Texas or Florida, it doesn't do any good, okay? They're not going to buy again. The shipping cost, you're not making any money. You might have bragging rights telling somebody in your neighborhood that you sell as far as Texas, big deal. So what we are doing is trying to sell local. We want long-term customers in the local area. So to me, all the internet is to me is create recognition, create awareness. If somebody keeps seeing your farm name or your farm pop up on all kinds of different websites or different internet sites, then that's great. At least it creates a little bit of awareness. And you can do that. I don't recommend you spend a lot of time with it. I don't think people locally get on the computer that much to look for beef locally. I think if they can find somebody local and you're visible, that's what they would prefer to do. If they can come out to your farm, if they can see you on a regular basis, that you're a real person, you have a real farm, they can see your cows, they can see how you produce it, they can see your pastures, they can see everything that you do. I think you're going to have a lot more success with a long-term customer by doing it this way. Marketing, the way I want you to do it, and I want to teach you to do it, is not easy. First of all, if anybody tells you that marketing or sales, I call it, is easy, they're kidding you. They're not telling you the truth. This is a full-time job. This takes a lot of work. This takes a lot of guts. You have to get rid of your preconception of people not wanting to hear about you, of bothering people. You have to get rid of the fear of talking to people. And a lot of fear stems from your conviction in the product that you sell. If God came down and said, hey, I got a product for you that will cure all illnesses, and you have 48 hours to tell as many people as you can about it, and whatever illness they have, it will heal them. Are you going to have any fear talking to people? No, you're going to go out and you're going to talk to everybody in the street. Anybody that you see, you're going to tell them about this product because you have conviction. God told you that it would work. You believe him, and there's no reason not to. So you're going to go out and tell everybody. Well, you have to have that kind of conviction in your product. If you have that great of a product, you need to tell everybody about it. In my opinion, everybody deserves to hear about it. So I go into it as, you deserve to hear this. You are a good enough person. You are somebody that I want to know about this. So I want to get out and tell as many people as I can. And the great thing is, if you concentrate local, everybody is a prospect. So now it's just a matter of how do you want to approach everybody? Do you want to approach every single person that you see? Do you want to just wait till you get into a group environment? You just talking to friends? What do you want to do to start up a conversation? Again, if you look at everybody as a prospect, there's no reason why you can't introduce yourself to everybody that you see. Is it realistic? No. But if you get in that mindset that you're going to do a presentation or introduce yourself to everybody that you see, it really gets pretty easy. And you get better at it. You develop opening lines better. You get better conversation. You just get all kinds of things better. All kinds of things come easier and it just gets better. So look at that when you go out. So a lot of people ask me, well, how much marketing do I have to do a day? Well, how much product do you have to sell? You have to realize how much, right? How much product do you have to sell? Do you have to sell 2 cows or 50 cows or 500 cows? So you got to market however long it takes until they're sold. Well, then after you sold them all, when's the next batch coming? Is it coming in 2 weeks, 2 months, 6 months? So that's going to make a determination what kind of marketing you're going to do. So don't ever think marketing is just something you do part-time. Now, what I don't like about the internet selling is a lot of people rely on it for their future. You're relying on this for your farm to succeed. You're relying on people to click and read everything that you're doing and not to click a delete button. And then you want them to read it. You want them to read it again and again and again, to save it and go back to it. You want them to have action right away. You got to create an ad that's going to create action right now. You want them to call you. Basically, you want to become an order taker. You don't want to have any one-on-one or face-to-face conversation with these people. You'd rather just send out 100,000 or 1 million emails, or send out all kinds of this so everybody can see it, and you hope a certain percentage of them will click on it, and then a certain percentage of that will want to buy. So you're saying to me that I'm relying on this to keep my farm alive. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with my talents. I'm just a really good storyteller, or I can write blogs real well, or I have a $10,000 website, or whatever content I put on it, that's going to grab everybody and make them want to buy from me. Well, you might as well just call the realtor right now and see what you can get for your farm, because it's not going to happen. There's a lot of websites out there. There's a lot of blogs. There's a lot of emails. There's a lot of people on Instagram. There's a lot of people on Facebook that do what you do. And they can reach your customers. If they live in Kentucky or they live in Pennsylvania, they can reach your customers in California instantly. So you're not doing anything different than anybody else is. So what I'm teaching or want you to do, let's go old school. Let's go one-on-one, mano a mano, person to person. You've got a great product to sell. You want to tell people about it. We're going to go out and talk to people. And there's a lot of ways to do it, And first of all, what I want you to do is go up to an office supply store, and I want you to buy something. And I want you to buy a laminating machine. They're very inexpensive, maybe $100, and buy some laminating sheets. Everything that you hand out to a customer, I want you to laminate. Laminate your business cards, laminate your flyers, laminate brochures. Anything that you give a customer, laminate it. First of all, it's very hard for anybody to throw away anything laminated. It just is. It's just something you have in your hand that you're like, I really can't throw it away. Look at it. It's pretty nice. It's heavy. It's not something I can crumple up. Maybe I'll just throw it in the drawer. Maybe I'll throw it on top of the counter. Maybe I'll put it on the TV stand. Maybe I'll put it on the living room table. Maybe I'll use it as a bookmarker. Maybe I'll wherever. They're just not something that people throw away. They may put it on the refrigerator, on the magnet. So laminate. It's very inexpensive, but people keep your stuff longer. If you're going to send out a brochure or a flyer, put a personal note on it first. Like, hey, Bill, thought you might be interested in seeing this. Jim, laminate it, give it to them. If they bought beef from you already and you see a great article on grass-fed beef, how healthy it is, cut it out right on here. Hey, Bill, thought you might find this interesting. Look at how healthy the beef is. You made a good choice, Jim. Laminate it. They're not going to throw it away. They just can't throw it away. Yes, that's very old school. We learned this in the 80s, but it works. So, and it's not something you can just click and they get rid of. People get 1 million emails a day. I get 1 million emails a day. And then when I go home, last thing I want to do is get on my computer and start going through more emails. I'll just skim them, click, 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 click. Don't even give a person a chance to even tell me what they offer. But if someone sends me a flyer, if you're sending somebody a mailer and it's a personal address mail envelope and it's got a laminated sheet in it, I'm going to open it up. And I'm not going to throw it away. I'm just not. It's going to be somewhere in my kitchen. It's going to be somewhere in the living room. And I may go back to it 5, 10 times before I make a decision. Or I'm just going to keep looking at it, So let's kind of get away from, I'm not going to talk a lot about computers and internet selling. I'm not a big believer in it for what we are doing. Like I said, it's great to create awareness for what we're doing, but it's not something that I particularly like to do. Your job is to get in front of people, period. However you got to do it. However many presentations it takes. If it takes 2 presentations a day, 5 presentations a day, 10 presentations a day, you have to do whatever it takes to get to the goal that you need to get to. Because again, your future depends upon it. Your farm depends upon it. Your legacy depends upon it. Your family depends upon it. You just have to realize I need to talk to so many people a day. And I'm not talking writing emails. I'm talking face to face. And then you got to know what you're going to tell them. Are you offering free beef to them, like a couple pounds of hamburger and a couple steaks on a Friday night? Say, hey, why don't you grill these up and I'll call you tomorrow, see how it was. Are you offering a discounted package? Say you can buy $110 worth of beef for $75 as an introductory pack. You have to kind of develop the things that you want to do. You have to offer people something in that first initial conversation with them. And you want then to deliver it to them. Tell them, great, I have this product. I'll get it bundled up. I'll drop it off to you. Drop it off to their house. Get their name, address, phone number, email. And when you drop it off at their house, bring brochures, bring cards, laminated. Now, this is really going to sound petty, but think about this. When you deliver this beef to the neighbors, the neighborhood that you're going to, people are going to see you. Is your vehicle stickered up? Is it clean? Is it full of junk? Does it have an old lawnmower in the back? Is it smoky, smoggy? What do you look like when you get out of the truck? This is going to make a big impact on the people in the neighborhood. Do you pull up in an old beat up car, or do you have a nice clean truck or a van, something that looks professional? Do you pull up in the driveway, or do you pull up on the side of the curb? I like side of the curb. Pulling up in the driveway to me is a little personal. I like to go out on the next to the curb. Again, neighbors are watching. They're seeing who's in the neighborhood, and they're seeing what the neighbor's doing and who this person is coming to this house. So if they see your vehicle in front of their house, stickered up and looking nice, again, it creates awareness. They may not come out and talk to you, but when you leave, they may ask the neighbor sometime, hey, who was that in front of your house? XYB Beef Company. Who was that? Oh, we just got some beef from him. It's really good. You got to try it. Oh, yeah, I'd like that. Because I tell you what, the majority of people in neighborhoods would love to have somebody call on them to offer them quality beef. Again, the supermarket is not where they want to go. It's there for convenience. They have another option. A lot of them don't go on the internet to buy beef. It's just easier to get in the car and go down to the supermarket, pick up a couple steaks, come back. So people are looking for quality beef. It's just something everybody wants. So if it wasn't for the convenience of the superstore or the supermarket, they wouldn't go there to buy. So when you pull up in the driveway or pull up on the side of the road, take your brochures, take your flyers, deliver the beef to the customer, get all his information, tell him you're going to recontact him in a day or two, ask for referrals. Is there anybody else in this neighborhood that was talking about beef that might like it? Yes or no, get their names. Can I go ahead and use your name to call them? Yes, no, whatever. Before you leave, walk around the neighborhood with your flyers and just hand out flyers to people out in the yard or put it somewhere near their front door. If it's laminated, it's not going to blow away. It's not going to get wet. People are going to see it and they're not going to throw it away. Okay. Do that to as many people in the neighborhood as you can. Now, this is the neighborhood that you're going to target for a long time. Come back to the neighborhood on a regular basis. Call the people that you did sell beef to and ask if you can come by real quick. Hey, I got a new product that's out, some beef sticks. Can I just give you a free sample? See what I want your opinion on what it tastes like. Use these people over and over and over again to try something so you can get in and get more access to the neighborhood. Get to know people in the neighborhood. Ask them to introduce you to people in the neighborhood. Again, you're not selling trinkets. You're not selling something nobody wants. You're selling food. You're selling beef. People like this, especially spring, summer, and fall when people grill all the time. They're always looking for a good piece of steak, a good hamburger. You're offering it to them, okay? Don't be afraid. You're offering something that is incredible quality and incredible taste, something you spent a lot of time with developing. So don't be afraid. Hand out your card, hand out your flyers, use the people that you've sold to try new things and keep getting referrals. Give the people coupons and say, hey, look, if you refer somebody to me, here's 10% off your next beef purchase. You know, a lot of people will give you referrals if they get money off. They're buying from you already, so why not get 10% off? So keep offering coupons to people so they keep referring to you. A referral is worth gold. I mean, if somebody refers somebody to you, they're going to buy. So it's worth it to you to hand these things out. Come by and put up flyers somewhere that says, hey, we're having a farm tour or we're having a party. We're going to be grilling hamburgers Friday night from 5 to 8. Please come out, bring your family. It's no cost. It's a great way to get people into your fold. Great way for people to come out to your farm, see your farm, try your burgers, try your beef, see how clean the farm is, see your operation, maybe do a farm tour. Getting to know you and your family and getting to know what you do. It's worth everything you can to get to do this. This is guaranteed sales, okay? So work the neighborhood. Do everything you can to get to know the people in the neighborhood. Now you can do this with a lot of different neighborhoods. So if you sell 2, 3, or 4 right off the bat, that's different neighborhoods that you can be working. If you got relatives buying stuff from you, use their neighborhoods. Say, hey, can I come out and use you as a catalyst and get some referrals? And I'll come out and park my truck next to you and give you some free samples and give me, I want to be visible. They're not going to say no. So go out and start canvassing their neighborhoods. Those your cousins or your relatives are going to tell people that they know, dude, you need to try this beef. It is so good and it's so healthy. It's not any more expensive than the stores. It's something you need to do. They have a farm right outside of town. They're accessible. This is how they grow their beef. This is what they have. This is how they do it. They have a barbecue once a month. You need to go out with me and taste it and see the operation. You need to go out and do a farm tour. This is so powerful and it works so well that you can't afford not to do it. You don't need to use the internet. Nobody's going to come out to your farm. Nobody's going to give you referrals. Nobody's coming to your barbecue. Nobody's going to let you canvass the neighborhood. No one sees your face. No one knows who you are. All they care about is price. Ship me the stuff. Don't bother me. I'll call you when I need you. Don't call me. That's the internet. Okay. Yes, there are exceptions. 1 out of a million will surprise you and maybe buy twice from you. Okay. So work on I call it neighborhood selling, and continue to plan events, continue to be visible. When you are doing these farm tours and inviting people out, you got to have signage on like if you have a pasture lining the road out to your farm, get some signs and put them on your fence posts. Something nice and colorful and looks really good. So people coming out go, oh, this is the farm. Look, there's XYZ farm. They got signs everywhere. They got a nice farm sign when you come into the lot, you're coming to the lane. It's welcoming. Hey, welcome to our farm. We're glad you're here. Home of the best, healthiest beef in the world. Please come in. Don't have some big dog greeting them at the door, but make them feel welcome. But be very visible. Everywhere you go, you've got to be visible, and people got to continue to see you. When you do neighborhood selling, the more they see you, the more they like you, the more they trust you, they want to buy. And the more when they do think of something, maybe you haven't been there in a while and they're thinking, we could use some steaks and some more beef. Hey, I see XYZ signs everywhere. They're in the neighborhood all the time. Actually, he dropped off a flyer, laminated. I can't throw it away. Let's give him a call and see what he's got. Okay. That happens all the time. It's you being out there, being visible. So please don't sit behind your computer. Your computer's not going to sell you anything. It's what you do. Remember, money follows energy. The more energy you have, the more money you're going to make. The more you're out there, the more money you're going to make. The more you're visible, the more money you're going to make. Marketing shouldn't be a drudge. It shouldn't be like get up in the morning and go, oh God, I got to go out marketing. I'm really not want to do this. It should be fun. You should get to know a lot of people. And all you're doing is just asking them permission. Can I use your name? Do you have any referrals? Here's some coupons. Can I canvass the neighborhood real quick? Can I put a flyer up at the local store right on that neighborhood on the bulletin boards? Maybe you can slip the clerk at the convenience store $100. Say, look, everybody that's looking for beef, send them my way. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Okay. You want to be, when you consider yourself, you want to be elite. You want people to think of you as very passionate, quality, unwavering in everything related to your business. This is what you love to do more than anything in the world. You love producing the best quality, and you love talking to people, and you love having them come out. People got to get that perception of you, because if you don't believe it yourself, it's going to show, and they're not going to believe it. If it's a drudge to you to come out and talk to people, I can hear that in your voice. I can hear that when you come to me, and I was like, I don't know why he doesn't really want to be here, so I don't want to buy anything from him. Okay. If you're happy and you're excited and you just really want people to try your beef, or you want them to come out to your farm or come out to the barbecue, if you ask somebody straight face to face, Bill, I'm having a barbecue Friday night from 5 to 8. I need you there. I love you there. I want you there. I want you to meet my family. I want you to meet my dog. I want you to try the beef. I want you to see the farm. Will you please come out? Come out for an hour or two. Bring your family. I will be looking for you. I want you there. They're not going to say no. Then you do that to the next person. Hey, Mary, I'm having a barbecue next Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Bring your husband, bring your kids. I want you there. I need you there. I want you to introduce my wife to you. She would love you. She does quilting also. You guys have so much in common. My kids are your age. Your kids' age. They would love my puppy. We just got a new puppy. We got a new dog. We got a pool. The kids can come out and play while we talk. They got great hamburgers. We can do a farm tour. Will you please come out? Not going to say no. But hey, we got a farm tour and a barbecue coming next Friday. If you feel like coming, why don't you come out? No one's going to come out. It's in your voice. It's your reflection. You're asking people and you're saying please, and you're asking them personally to come out. Again, this is about quality and long-term customers. I'm not trying to reach 1 million people at one time. I'm doing one person at a time, mano a mano, one-on-one. I want every single person I talk to be a customer. I don't want to go through 100 people before one person says yes. That's not the type of selling I want you to do. It's quality. Then you don't have to waste so much time down the road trying to get new customers. All you're doing after you sell them something, all you're trying to do then is maintain them, staying in front of them, offering new things, let them know how important they are to you. Big difference between that and internet selling. Internet selling, I'll probably never see it again. I better write a really good blog or a really good Instagram, or I better have a really good photo, or I better keep changing my content on my Facebook. It doesn't sell anything. It just creates awareness. So don't rely on it. Don't make your farm and your future rely on people clicking on your Facebook or your emails. There's any of those that create sales instantly. I'm looking for a sale right now. And everybody I talk to, I'm going to ask them for a sale. And there may be the percentage may be 10%, 40%, 80%. I don't know. You'll find out after you talk to 10 people, how many did you sell? After you talk to 20 people, how many did you sell? After 50 people you talk to, how many did you sell? You know how many people you wouldn't have sold or you would have sold if you didn't go out and meet 50 people? 0. Your closing percentage would have been 0 because you haven't asked anybody to buy yet. You're just hoping to God somebody clicks and buys something from you. Yep. I had a great farm once. Not enough people clicked. I had to sell it. That's what happens on internet selling. You're out there every day talking to people one-on-one. And that's what I want to do. And we're going to talk more about how to maintain a customer and what you got to do to keep customers. There's so many things you can do to keep customers after they buy from you initially. But the first thing is you got to get in front of them to buy initially. You've got to find out how to put your food in their bellies. Okay. Once that happens, they should be hooked. Now it's up to you to screw it up. And what does that mean? You forget about them. You don't follow up. You don't even acknowledge them. You don't remember them in the stores. You don't do any kind of calls. You don't send them anything. You don't offer them anything after that. You don't canvass the neighborhood. You just kind of like, oh, I sold him. He'll be back. He'll just call me someday when he wants more beef because I sold him this time and he loves my beef so much. I can't imagine why he'd ever go anywhere else. Wrong. So we will teach you what to do after you sell. Okay. So work on that. Get in a mindset. Sales, marketing are the same thing. You need to sell. You need to go out and sell. Now, either you're going to do it yourself as an owner, or you're going to hire somebody to do it, or you're going to be one of your kids. It has to be a consistent effort day after day. Do the same thing day after day. You can do a little bit of tweaking, but look at your truck, look at your vehicle, look at your flyers, look at your business cards, look at everything that you're going to present a customer. Get a laminating machine. If everything looks good and everything looks professional and it answers a lot of your questions and you've got enough beef on hand to give to people if you want to give out small samples or you want to sell packages, whatever, make sure it's all ready to go. So when you are talking to customers, nothing's going to hold you back from putting that food in their belly. Heck, I've even offered to cook, to grill for some people. You get an older person that doesn't want to grill, say, look, I'll be over Friday night and we're going to have hamburgers on my treat. I'm bringing the burgers. I'm going to grill them up for you. What do you like for a side dish? You like broccoli? You like French fries? What do you like? I'm going to do it for you and you're going to try my burgers. Okay. Do something fun like that. People know you. Say, I'm going to come over and cook for you. You don't have to do anything. I'll bring the beer. We'll sit out on your patio. We'll have fun. I'll do the cooking. I'll bring the beef. I just want you to try it. That's all I want you to do. If it's not any good, I don't have to worry about it. But if you really like it, I would like for you to be a customer of mine. You don't have to go to the store anymore. I will do the deliveries. I will keep in touch with you. I will provide the product. I will guarantee the product. You will love it. And I want you to be a customer of mine. Is that fair? If I give you pre-product, if I give you some product, will you give me a free evaluation? And I want you to become a customer of mine next time you buy beef. And that could be right away. Okay. People are not going to say no. They just aren't. But they will say no on the internet because they don't have to look at you. You're just a click. Sorry. Next. So I know, again, a lot of you people that are on the internet thinking this is the best way to go. I don't think so. Once you get some neighborhoods established and you become a regular person on that neighborhood, you can start sponsoring little league teams. You can come out and do a neighborhood cook-off. You can bring out a big grill and cook for everybody in the neighborhood one night. You can, like on the 4th of July, say, I'm going to come out and cook hamburgers. There's so many things that we can talk about to make yourself part of the neighborhood without actually living in the neighborhood. And it's unreal. And people like that. People want that. So think about that. If you have any questions, call me at 319-213-4672. I can help you through this. It's not hard once you have the conviction. And once you do 2 or 3 of them, again, start with your relatives. Somebody you're not uncomfortable with, give them the free beef. Say, can I, give them the flyers, give them the card, laminate it. And hey, Bill, do you care if I canvas the neighborhood? Do you go for? You got anybody that's looking for beef? Ask for referrals. You got anybody else that you know of that might be interested in me talking to them? Here's some extra cards. If somebody comes over and asks about like what you're eating, give them some cards. That happens. That happens a lot too. I just used to leave a stack of business cards with them, and when people would come over, they would see my flyer and stuff and say, hey, what's this? And they would give them a business card and they'd tell them about the beef, and actually got some good sales off that. And it does work. But the thing is, you got to keep going back consistently. So start with some people you know and work your way around. It's a great thing to do, and it gets easier. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And before long, it's second nature. Before long, you're talking to everybody. I mean, you go get a pop at Casey's, you're talking to somebody. You go get gas, you're talking to somebody. You go to a grocery store, or you go to a baseball game, you're talking to people. You go to the hardware store, you're talking to people. You go get new shoes, you're talking to people. You go get a donut, you're talking to people. It gets to be really easy. You're handing out business cards to everybody, and you're asking everybody to come out for a farm tour. You give them a free sample of beef. No one's going to say no. But back to the internet thing, nobody's going to say yes. They're just going to click you. So we'll end with that tonight. This is kind of a short podcast, but I want you to get used to doing this. So I want you to think about this and just try it for this next week over the 4th of July. Just try it. Get a laminating machine, laminate some stuff. You're probably going to go to a relative's house anyway. Take some beef with you. Talk to your relatives. What neighborhood do they live in? Take some stuff with you. Will they give you referrals? Will they hand out your cards? While they're watching TV or the grill's being made, people can smell the smoke. Go hand out some literature throughout the neighborhood. Introduce yourself. No one's going to dislike you for it. No one's going to throw you off their property. Everybody's going to be pretty happy and be pretty curious of what you do. Work on it. Just try it once. Before long, it gets to be really, really simple. And it gets to be actually kind of fun. So offer everybody you see free beef, just something real simple. Take you $5 worth of meat and offer it to them. It's cheaper than advertising, and your response is a whole heck of a lot better. And then let's talk about it when we come back from the 4th. Give me a call. Email me at marketingforbeef@gmail.com. Let me know how you do. Was it hard? Was it easy? What kind of responses did you get? Or just give me a call or text me at 319-213-4672. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Have a great 4th of July. Be safe. Eat lots of beef. Talk to people. Get back to me. Let me know how you did. And when we get back, we'll talk some more. Have a great 4th.